Gm2 started, but it looks like I see a countdown in the SRL channel, and it looks like our runners are off. And it looks like both runners are off to Quickman to start Game 2.
Yes, sir. Back to Quickman stage, as it's a pretty common starting point. E-Tank along the way in this first stretch here. Not too taxing or hard stage for the most part, most of the time. I say that and we're running into frogs already. Yay.
Yeah, commentator curse. It's not a thing. Don't worry.
Well, those frogs aren't that bad. We'll see what happens in this stretch right here. This stretch can be pretty nasty sometimes.
Oh, looks like metal crusher and toothpaste dispensers.
Yeah, those squirms there. Pretty nasty sometimes, but not that bad. I mean, you can farm some energy or weapon energy or health off of them.
Yeah, those crushers, if they show up elsewhere, they might be a problem. It looked like Prodigy took a couple shots, and it looked like those crushers are Buster immune. It's like both of our runners had no issue getting through the last set of laser beams, and both runners are headed into the boss fight.
Yeah, who's behind door number 1? Airman.
Well, at least in Game 2, they remembered to randomize the bosses.
Well, he doesn't look very Buster weak. Taking extra shots. Prodigy gonna need to use his E-Tank. I didn't see StuffnThings use his, but yeah,
He did not.
StuffnThings makes it out a little before Prodigy this time. So, a couple seconds lead here, maybe 5 or 6 seconds.
Yeah, definitely a lot cleaner by StuffnThings with that Airman fight. And it looks like both runners are gonna head into Flashman for Stage 2. Pretty much following a carbon copy of the blueprint for success in Game 1.
Right on, yeah, we'll have to see where these guys go for Stage 3 after this one.
Yeah, that's where the runners took a little divergence on their routes. I believe StuffnThings went to Bubble Man stage, but Prodigy went to a different stage. I believe it was Airman.
Yes, you're correct. Airman stage indeed it was. Oh yeah, Stuff's gonna go for the health drop here. And Prodigy doing the same. Not a bad move. If you taken like a nice amount of damage on the first section of the flash stage, it's not ever a bad move really to really go for that health drop there. The idea is to stay alive. As long as you're staying alive, you're doing alright.
Yeah, I would say survivability is definitely pretty high on the list. And oh, Prodigy uses a Prodigy buffer to avoid taking mech armor contact damage.
Very nice, very nice. Very nice, very nice. And we got the slow burn Heat Man for the fight here in the Flash Arena. StuffnThings making it out.
Yeah, that was
27. So
that was another very clean boss fight by StuffnThings. Prodigy not far behind, but
yeah, 4:35. So yeah, Stuff's got about a 7-second lead going into Stage 3, and Stuff following Bubble Man.
Oh, now
you doing the same?
Both runners end up in Bubble Man. This is interesting. let's see if StuffnThings is able to keep up the high level of execution that he's been showing so far. Now, a 7-second lead is... It's a lead, but it's not exactly the biggest lead I think we could see.
Yeah, it all depends if he can hold on to it. What else goes? What else happens?
And now we're gonna see both runners. Oh no, StuffnThings didn't go far enough. He'll miss the zip.
Yeah, it looks like Prodigy trying to get in the wall. Oh, he does.
Yeah, and that's just like that. Just that one little misstep, and StuffnThings has now had that 7-second advantage turn into about an equally sized disadvantage. And Prodigy gets to the boss door at 6:14. And StuffnThings gets to the boss door at 6:23. So, yeah. Oh, just by that one little misstep, that cost StuffnThings about a little over 15 seconds. But now, with the way StuffnThings has been going with these boss fights, oh, very good. StuffnThings has taken back all but maybe 2 seconds from this boss fight. 6:57 to 6:59, with both runners getting out of the boss fight.
Damn, Prodigy going to Heatman next. I'm not sure if this is a miss route in or a misstep in his character boss selection screen, or this is intentional. I wouldn't think he'd want to go here next without having maybe an item to help him get through zip or something, but hey, who knows. Prodigy is somewhat of a mastermind when it comes to the game, so we'll see what happens. Meanwhile, StuffnThings making it to Woodman.
Oh, Prodigy just took a death here in Heatman. I was actually kind of asking myself that same sort of question. I'm going, without item 2 and at least one of the other items as well between 1 and 3, I was kind of going, alright, this looks like it's gonna be a real difficult stage for Prodigy to go through.
Yeah, not too sure what the logic is here. All I can think of is he must have routed.
Selected the stage by accident. I've definitely seen that happen in a run before. But oh, just so unfortunate that Prodigy is going to lose a good bit of time here. Just from not being able to utilize any of the item 2 or item 3. Oh, and a second death by Prodigy as well.
Yeah, and these shrimp in this Yoku block section isn't doing him any favors. But StuffnThings, that gives him a chance to, say, pull into the lead a little bit, at least. And we've got the dumb version of Crash, as the community calls him, where he just, or at least one of the dumber versions, where he just walks back and forth. Not much attacking in this, usually in a slow manner. Pretty easy just to bust her down.
Oh. This looks like StuffnThings is gonna get out to a pretty sizable lead here, because Prodigy is gonna have to go through this Yoku block section as he resets the Yoku blocks.
Yeah, Stuff actually found item 3 on this last stage as well, so but he doesn't choose to go anywhere like Heatman stage to use it yet.
Well, I think Heatman and Crashman are perennially the two stages I would save until last, just because of how much time you can save compared to going through without any of the items. But it looks like we're going to have a Bubble Man battle here with Prodigy at the end of the Heatman stage.
Yeah, Prodigy finally makes it through the mess of his Heatman stage this season. So good stuff to him. He's going to have to take out Bubble Man to make it through, and he does. Let's see if he finds an item for his trouble. Ooh,
StuffnThings with a nice pause buffer there.
Yeah, that was definitely a close one.
I think we were thinking the exact same thing as we both saw it.
Yeah, and no item for his troubles yet. Prodigy's gonna join StuffnThings. Oh man. Oh man. Okay.
Oh, that was another really close one. StuffnThings maybe 1 or 2 pixels away from getting knocked off the ledge.
Yeah, pretty nice pause buffer there, and yeah, StuffnThings is gonna make it through Airman stage.
And right now, you can see very visually what the lead StuffnThings has right now, as this is the 5th Robot Master stage for both runners, and StuffnThings has just finished off Woodman, while Prodigy is still at the beginning section. Well, it just looks like he finished the first part of the Airman stage and now into the second section.
Yeah, and Stuff's gonna find item 1 here. Makes his way to Metal. Surprised we're going to Metal this late. We usually see this stage a little earlier than this, but I guess they were both waiting for item 1.
Oh, looks. I would think item anything. Well, StuffnThings has item 1 and 3, which is going to be a significant advantage. Well, I guess Prodigy will have item 1 at this point, and we'll see how well he can put that to use after finishing off Woodman. It's entirely possible that, you know, even though Prodigy misstepped and went into the Metal Man's, or excuse me, the Heatman stage, as he goes into the Metal Man stage right now, he may be able to make that up in, you know, just like chat said, just the sheer ability to execute compared to StuffnThings.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they're both StuffnThings is probably about where Prodigy was last 3/4 stage lead as of right now, but it's still early game.
Yeah, let's see, it's their 6th stage. I'd say we're starting to get into the midpoint of the run here. Is you know, the 6th boss, you know, got about 7 more stages after this, if memory serves me correctly. There's 5 Wily stages, or 6?
It's technically 6 if you count the famous Victory Road.
Okay, so we'll say, well, 5 actual stages, so this is about the midpoint of the race at this point, with StuffnThings going into Crashman, which I think with only Heatman and Crashman left on the menu. And we know, because Prodigy had gone through the Heatman stage already, Crashman stage is going to be where item 2 is.
Yeah, and yeah, first screen here for StuffnThings had frogs on it, so yeah, he's definitely gonna want to skip the climb, which he's successful in getting the zip. He's gonna get slowed down just a little bit by these fan guys, but not enough for him not to be able to successfully get the zip. Prodigy in a little sticky situation. Gonna go ahead and fix up Quickman there. Barely holding on to his tail there.
Now, did Prodigy use his E-Tanks, or does he have E-Tanks in reserve at this point? I did not see his inventory screen.
I don't think he used them. I think he made it out with without using for Metal Man, that is. So he should have a couple, and he's gonna join StuffnThings on the crash climb here.
Now, looks like Prodigy noping out on that first screen zip that he pulled off in Game 1. I think looks like it will be screen 2 this time with the enemy location. Ooh, got knocked off the ladder.
Yeah, to be honest, I think the static item 1 zip is actually a little easier to do than an item 1 zip when the item 1 actually.
Oh, Prodigy probably having a whole heck of a time here in Crashman stage.
That's probably one of the reasons he's opting to go for 2 zip screen 2 zip is a little easier to do. Also, with all those frogs on the screen, it would probably take a little longer to clear the frogs than just go ahead and open up a screen.
And there we go. Prodigy, after putting a little bit more into it than I think he would have liked to, was able to pull off that Crashman zip and is on to the next section. StuffnThings has only one stage left, and as we see, rewarded with item 2 to go into the Heatman stage with. So at this point, the race is on to see who will get to Wily's first stage. StuffnThings has only Heatman, while Prodigy has the remainder of the Crashman stage plus Woodman left to go.
Yeah, StuffnThings, I'm not gonna say anything. Wait for it. Okay, StuffnThings doing pretty good on this first section.
Yeah, now I see exactly why you waited before saying anything.
Right. And this is something that Prodigy didn't have, this item 3 here, to do the zip when he was in the Heatman stage. Skipping this nasty shrimp section that he had trouble with. StuffnThings going to be able to take advantage of that. And he also has item 2 to fly across the Yoku block section here.
Yeah, this is a significant time advantage for StuffnThings. Just looking at how both of the runners went through the Heatman stage. StuffnThings just flew right through it. But, you know, as we saw before, Prodigy struggled mightily in the Heatman stage.
Yep, and now StuffnThings gonna Bubble Man. Prodigy gonna find his item too, as he goes to Woodman stage.
Yeah, as well, Prodigy can figure out Woodman is where our item 3 is. And we're going to have a 19-minute, 51-second Wily sighting here. That is a really, really good time so far through the 8 bosses.
Yeah, in Randomizer especially, like anytime you can see that screen right there, sub 20 minutes, you're doing a good job. So good stuff to stuff. And things, as he's gonna allow us to guess our dragon color now.
Well,
So,
I went first
away.
and I missed horribly, so I'm going to defer to you in Game 2 here.
Well, I'm having some chocolate and peanut butter. So I'm gonna go with a peanut butter looking dragon. It's gonna be orange and yellow.
Orange and yellow. Okay. I'm going to watch Prodigy for a little bit, as it looks like he was trying the Goodwood zip and chose to give up on it. Let's see. We had our Barbie World dragon last time around, so I'm going to go a little bit more mundane. I'm going to go with a blue dragon.
Some of that blue steel. Heavy metal, baby.
Yeah. I'm thinking bubble lead's going to be the weakness.
You know, I don't think I said a weakness. I'm gonna say quick boomerang.
Oh, how boring.
Well, I was thinking leaf shield, but you know, sometimes it's better not to go with my first thing because I happen to be wrong a lot.
Well, we'll see how that little flip-flop action pays off for you as StuffnThings is about to take on the dragon. And let's see what we got. Oh no.
Bro, 1990, whatever it called, it wants its children's show dragon back. Or dinosaur back.
Yeah, absolutely. It can have it. Oh, get out of here. You were
and I
right.
believe that was quick boomerang.
Well done. It's Prodigy finding his way into the Wily stage at 22:38. So I think it's StuffnThings definitely has the advantage here, as StuffnThings is starting Wily 2, and Prodigy is just about ready to start Wily 1. If StuffnThings can keep it clean, it's definitely going to be looking good for those of us looking for a Game 3 tonight.
Don't you dare say that.
Why not? Are you trying to say that there was a secret handshake here, and that was this is the Mega Man 2-0 randomizer?
Wait, what? No. I'm just saying, don't jinx the guy.
I'm not. I've been doing this long enough. I know how to handle the commentator curse, you know. Come on now. He's in good hands.
Okay. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens here. StuffnThings makes his way up item 3 and things, through some moles and things, to Pico Kun and things. Oh, and he takes the hit from the Metal Crusher there and things. Man. And things.
Yeah, it could be worse in things, but we'll see how StuffnThings is able to handle the Picotan robots. And it looks like Quick Boomerang is our weapon of choice yet again.
Hey, if it's not broke, don't fix it. It's working out for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like
Prodigy.
that. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, Prodigy is about to take on the dragon on the other side, so we're going to have both runners up against their respective bosses at the same time.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I was saying I like the trajectory. Excuse me, the quick boomerang took this time. How it goes in and then flips back and up. Pretty neat. And yeah, both runners making it out of their respective bosses. Prodigy, low health once again. But, trying not to make it matter.
But, yeah, StuffnThings is definitely up their game from Game 1 and Game 2. Looked like Prodigy was the one that made the mistakes in Game 2 so far. StuffnThings, aside from missing a bubble zip early on, has been absolutely flawless since that point. And now we're going to see if... oh no, Prodigy chooses not to try to waste any time here checking the crash walls to pick up an E-Tank.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I mean, by chance, you don't necessarily 100% of the time need to know the weakness, because there is a way around it if you find, say, Metal Blade or Wood Blade being weakness to Moonbeams in Wily 4. So, and he knows, I want to say at this point he died so many times in the Heatman stage, he knows he's behind, so he's trying to make up time for sure. Meanwhile, StuffnThings finds Metal Blade for Guts Tank, which is the alternate version of Guts Tank. Like, you know, you press start on the character select screen on Street Fighter and you get the alternate costume, and that's where Guts Tank comes in blue instead of red. And that's exactly what just happened.
And it looks like Prodigy is looking through some items and settling in on Quick Boomerang, the same as StuffnThings does. And it looks like StuffnThings is pulled out a little bit more of a lead, as we're already into Wily Stage 4 here for StuffnThings.
Yeah, we'll see how Prodigy makes it. He's cutting it pretty close here, but clutches it once again.
Well, that seems to be his MO in this game. Just try to finish with as little energy as possible going into the end of the boss fights. But StuffnThings is still maintaining the full stage lead in our Wily boards here.
Yeah, so far so good. And yeah, Prodigy knows, so he's skipping things, trying to make that time.
Well, I'm not sure if he knows more so than he, you know, kind of has that gut feeling going, alright, this is definitely a mistake that I made, and I don't think StuffnThings has made that same error, so I'm going to have to try to make it up in any way I can. Because, as we know, neither of the runners can see what the other is doing while they are running.
That's true, but you know, I mean, yeah, I guess the gut feeling is a better term for it. But if I were to, you know, perhaps go the wrong way and take a few deaths, I'd have a pretty good idea that you know, that I was behind.
StuffnThings actually perhaps making a small blunder here by not checking the Metal Blade or Leaf Shield first.
It actually pays off for him because he finds air in a pretty fast fashion. Went ahead and burned the E-Tank. Not a bad idea. Pause buffering in this area. I mean, it can be risky because sometimes you'll miss a buffer and then boom, you're dead. And he was one shot away from that. And I feel like he knows he has the lead right now, or he's got a pretty good idea. Because he hasn't made, oh man, I don't want to say this, but he hasn't really made many mistakes, if any, this run.
Well, he did make one in that he failed the Bubble Man zip. But that's also the only mistake that I can remember StuffnThings making as he's headed into the Wily Boss refights in Game 2.
Yeah, he's doing pretty all right for himself right now. That's... And meeting the bad AI for Crash once again. It's actually in the refights. It's actually a little better than stage if you get that. As to where it moves a little bit quicker and throws a little bit more stuff at you. Prodigy getting his damage boost on the Wily Spike Screen 3 and Wily 4 descent there, or the Screen of Death as I like to call it. It claims so many runs.
Oh, so true. StuffnThings got pretty much a free airman in his refights and is now on to Bubble Man.
Yeah, but Prodigy not too far behind him. I mean, if you recall the race from the last time that we were together commentating, which I believe it was last night, or well, not last night, probably Saturday night, where Mega Kyle and Daggett were in a situation, and yeah, that had a pretty wild ending to itself.
Oh, very true.
So if you guys hadn't checked that out, make sure to go look up the VODs on the Speed Gaming YouTube. Because,
yeah, that definitely had a wild ending to it. And I think we'll leave it at that. Is Prodigy chose to angle the air shots and didn't bother knocking out the two final crash barriers. And StuffnThings is on to the Wily machine. Oh, another Wily machine that's Buster vulnerable.
Yeah, Buster weak here. Easy pickings. And we're on to the alien. I'm gonna get purple and gold.
Well, my old team colors were blue and gold, so I'm gonna agree with you on the gold. But I'm gonna go blue instead of purple, as StuffnThings is headed into Victory Road. Looks like he's actually falling to the left instead of falling to the right. I don't know if I agree with this, but hey, security is a thing, as he leaves one of the two item energy pickups.
Never a bad idea. Never a bad idea to go get it. I mean, yes, it can cost you a race sometimes, but again, and it can also win you the race. If your opponent doesn't stop for it, you do. You know? So, I mean, depending on the situation.
Yeah, it's always, you know, it's a risk versus reward kind of gamble. You know, we'll see what happens. Ooh, I got the blue.
I was wrong. Buster.
We have a Buster Weak alien. And there we go. We have ourselves a Game 3.
Yes, we do. As StuffnThings finishes the race. with an official SRL time of 34 minutes and 36 seconds. Good stuff and things to stuff and things.
And it looks like Prodigy has chosen to forfeit. And it looks like we're gonna just try to head right into a Game 3 here.
Right on, right on. Let me get these guys a seed here and situated. And yeah, we'll get our Game 3 rolling.
Yes, that is one of the things that is randomized, as we see in the chat, that somebody questioned for use in Georgia. Yes, it does have a list of randomized countries.
So Georgia's a country now?
Yeah. You didn't get the memo? It separated off from Florida and South Carolina. It's just kind of floating about in the Atlantic Ocean now.
And I'm glad you said South Carolina, and I'm gonna go ahead and thoughts and prayers towards the people out there, perhaps watching on the East Coast, Carolinas and Virginia area with the hurricane / tropical depression going on out there. That you know, I hope you guys are keeping dry and keeping safe and keeping okay. So
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully, everybody that's in that area is able to, get back to a normal life sooner rather than later with recovering from any damage that may have happened.
And Prodigy, a little sticky on the fingers. He made note on his last comment about his Heatman stage from last seed, so I'm sure he's gonna definitely want to bring that back this time. So we'll see what happens here. And
yeah, I see a countdown in the IRC channel, so we should be having at it.